Hey guys, what's up? Cowboy Crunk coming to you from Kabul, Afghanistan. Feeling a little better. I hope this isn't just one of those, like, I just got my first kiss from the girlfriend type thing and then she dumps me next week, because that's what it feels like. It feels like the girl that you liked for so long just came along and likes you too. And I hope we don't get dumped on next week by the Cowboys turning around. Really, not because we won. I'm talking about the play calling. I'm talking about the level, the defensive stops we had, the fourth down calls, the fake punt was things that worked out. Our coaching staff today looked very good. There were some times you could see it was the same guys calling the plays, but for the most part, we really saw a good game. Big props to Leighton Vander Esch and Jalen Smith, because literally, to me, the secondary's not playing that well. The hot boys aren't getting in there like they were before. I had my hot boy drum. You guys know I have my hot boy drum. I'm over on Cowboy Crunk 2.0 now because my channel shut down for live streams. But we had an outstanding time. There was about 15 of us only watching the game. We had good commentary going back and forth. We were talking. We were able to discuss every play. I ring, of course, you guys know, I ring up on the offensive plays when we got something important. And on defense, I use the hot boy drum. And I'm telling you, it worked every time. It was crazy. I'm not like I do it more for fun. I'm not really a superstitious type guy. But we really had amazing plays at certain times when we needed it. We had key plays. And I know we've been down on our boys, but really, if we can hold to what we did today, the play calling, Dak Prescott had a lot of runs. He had, and this is the thing, he didn't have a lot of yards. We don't need him to have a lot of yards. We need them to respect the fact that if you don't stop Dak, from running, he's going to give it to Zeke. Ezekiel Elliott had 19 carries, only 19 carries for 151 yards, guys. That's almost 8 yards a carry. That's right at actually that is 8 yards a carry. Right at 8 yards a carry. So 8 yards a carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Dak Prescott had only 6 carries for 9 yards, but that makes them respect the fact that he's going to keep the ball and he's going to run it. He had a couple runs where he actually lost yards, and those were at the end of the game. He had one, so Rod Smith had 2 carries for 8 yards. But my concern really is the stats on Dak Prescott. He was 26 of 36 for 270. So that right there is a lot more than we want him throwing the ball, but it worked. It worked today because that's, if you look at it, because there was a lot of scoring and because there was a lot of back and forth play, we had a lot more plays than the normal game. Take the 36 pass attempts, and we had 36 plus 19. 36 plus 19 is 55, plus 6 is 61, plus 2, 63, 64. We had 64 plays from the line of scrimmage. So that's a lot of plays. Usually we're around the 50 area. Usually we'll have like 20 carries for Dak and about 25 carries for the running game and about 25 passing attempts. And we were well over that today, and a lot of it was because of the scoring and because of the first downs, and because when the ball is passing the ball, a lot of times the ball ends up closer to the sideline, so you get a lot of stop clocks and stuff like that. And with 36 pass attempts, you get a lot of incomplete passes, so that stops the clock. So you get more passing, you get more plays in per game. So I'm really happy with the way the game went. I don't know where this play calling came from. We ran just an old school option that one time, and we got the bad snap, and Dak happened to catch the bad snap and get us the first down on that play. That was really outstanding. I think that was the fourth down play. The fake punt worked for us, It just really, really, I hope these coaches can, whatever they did today, whatever they ate this morning, whatever they had for breakfast, whatever their wife did for them today before the game, or if they went to the strip club, I don't give it, whatever the hell they did before today's game, I hope they practice that next week. We've got our first road win, big game. Heath had big plays. He had that play there at the end. He had another play also when they were down in the close to the end zone. They ended up scoring on that play anyways. But really the only time I saw our defense have a huge lapse was that Ertz was killing us, as you guys know. But the Eagles have a pretty deep receiving core. So we could have easily moved Byron Jones over to cover Ertz. Since he was their primary receiver, and that's what Byron Jones really, his specialty is covering tight ends as well. He can cover tight ends because he's big, he's physical, and he has that finesse though, not in the screen passes and in, the quick slants and stuff like that. Not to get his body. And his arms are long and he's rangy. I don't like that rangy word; it gets used too much, but that's what he is. He can reach around and knock things down, and he's really, really good on tight ends. So that's what we're missing on the tight end core this year. Last year we did really well covering tight ends, but that was what they used him to specialize in. So now they moved him from being like the slot receiver and safety over to or a safety that covered tight ends over to the corner, and it's worked out. So I'm happy with the game. I think our secondary was a little soft. And I think they play soft because of the safeties have a tendency to get burned. That play where Heath Aguilar got the 50, 60-yard pass there at the end of close to the end of the game was devastating to us. That almost flipped the game against us. But Heath was there. It wasn't horrible coverage. It just was a good throw. A very good throw by Carson. And, we saw some plays. Our defense stepped up and made plays when it needed to, and our offense did the same. So I've got to say, overall, a very good game. Brett Maher, relax, brother. We're not turning against you. I feel like he's got this thing in the back of his head that he's still worried about the Dan Bailey thing, and the Cowboys are going to turn against him if he misses a field goal. And now when he misses one, it stresses him out. And I called those. If you guys go watch my video when I was live streaming, I said he's going to miss this because he was ready to come out. He was ready to kick the field goal. Everything was, and the Eagles had that player that was hurt on the sidelines. Was it Jeffries or was it Aguilar? I can't remember who was hurt on the sideline. Somebody was hurt on the sideline. It was a defender, so it wasn't either one of those guys. Somebody was hurt, and they were down for a few minutes, and that threw his rhythm off. They went to commercial. They came back, now kicked the field goal, and his rhythm is off. And field goal kickers are really in rhythm. And they watch the ball coming up, and the ball's coming up the field, and they get ready, and they're preparing to kick the field goal. Okay, now we got another first down. So the kickers will relax a couple minutes and go back, make another kick or two. And then, we got another first down. The kicker will go back, stretch a little bit. But at this point in time, he's watching the progress of the offense, first down, second down, third down. He comes out to kick, and the player's injured, and now he's got to stand there and wait and, all those things. And he has to be ready because at any point the player could jump up and run off the field, and then they have to start immediately. So that throws kickers off, and that's why I think he missed that one. And he had the close miss earlier in the game. I think Brett Maher was a good selection. I'm happy with it. I hope it pans out. But he could have put us in a better situation today. I really don't think the game was as close as it looks. I have to look at their stats. Carson Wentz, I know he went off a little bit. Cooper had 6 catches for 75 yards. Hearns had 2 for 40. Look at this, guys. We're averaging every one of our receivers today because we put the ball down the field a little bit. Cooper averaged 12 yards a catch. Hearns averaged 20 yards a catch. Beasley averaged 9 yards a catch. Elliott had 6 catches. Wow. Elliott had 6 catches along with his 150. Elliott almost had 200 yards today. So 6 catches for 36. He averaged 6 yards a catch. Michael Gallup, 2 for 34, 17 yards a catch. 10 yards a catch for Schultz. Smith had a 14-yard catch. Rod Smith. And George Swain, you know, coming up on the rear. We have no fucking tight end that can do anything, and they won't give Gathers a chance, which really pisses me off. If we don't have a tight end that's doing anything, why don't we try the other guy? You know, why are we sticking with these guys that aren't doing anything? Give Gathers a chance. Give him 3 or 4. All I'm asking is put him in and give him 3 or 4 targets a game. And maybe he blows the sheets off the bed. You know what I mean? Maybe he just adds a whole new dimension to our offense. It's very possible. Players do that sometimes. Put him in and see if he adds a new dimension to the offense. But Swain had 3 catches for 13, so I want to spread that out. Let's see, 1, 8. Yeah, it was 25 catches, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we had 8 receivers catch balls, 2 tight ends, and the two tight ends, 2 running backs, and then the other 4 receivers. There's just 4 receivers. Cooper, Hearns, Beasley, Gallup. Yeah, that's it. Cooper, Hearns, Beasley, and Gallup had catches. So nothing from Lenore. Maher was 2 for 3. He was 2 for 3. I thought he missed. I thought he had the 2 kicks he missed. He only missed 1 kick, I guess. Extra points, he was 3 for 3. I could have swore he missed 2. Missed 2. Van Der Esch, 13 tackles for Leighton Van Der Esch. Man, that is crazy. We only had 1 sack by Tyron Crawford. Jalen Smith had 3 tackles and 1 assist. So, yeah, doing well on the defensive end, guys. A happy game for me. I'm happy to be back on the winning side. We're 1 game away from 500. We got to do it next week. So I appreciate the views, guys. We're happy. Things rolled out. Jason Garrett can smile for another week. You know, we're in a difficult situation. Do we want to lose and get rid of the guy, or do we want to turn around and win? And next year, you know, maybe we miss the playoffs, and then next year we're battling this crap again. We're like, well, they kept Jason Garrett because he had a good end of the season. If they didn't fire him because of the beginning of the season, they definitely aren't going to fire him if we win, you know, the next 6 out of 7 games or something like that. So we'll see what happens. But thanks, guys. Cowboy Crunk from Kabul, Afghanistan. Like and subscribe to the channel, and check out my Cowboy Crunk 2 because we do the live footage there for the games especially, and I like doing that. But the channel's really small. But that's only there because the Cowboy Crunk main page is blocked right now because I was showing the TV and copyright infringement. So, again, thank you much, guys. Cowboy Crunk 2.0 is the live channel, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.